First of all, where were her parents when she was giving us her life story all over TikTok? Her parents knew all that happened. And they really let her continue on and on. Part 1, part 10, part 20. Girl, if I was Onyekachukwu's parents, welcome to the Danish Deception, part 17. So, my ex and I. Onyeka, Onyeka, please. Onyeka, Onyeka, please. But mommy,
Stop.
daddy, I have
Stop.
to
It's
tell
enough.
them my
It's
story.
enough.
I
Please.
can't let them silence me.
It's fine. It's fine. We are the ones silencing you. We are the ones silencing you. Meshonu. You and use your mouth. Meshonu. True. It's not enough. So you want to come and embarrass all of us now? Eh? The people in the village will see it. Our family members will see it. The people in the church will see it. What is the problem? What is it? What is it? Is it not enough? Have you not embarrassed us? Have you not embarrassed us enough? Part 1, part 5, part 5. It's enough. It's enough.
When I first saw the Danish Deception story, I just watched it. I was like, okay, this was a whole mess. And then I was going to move on. But then when I heard that Onyekachuku, and that's how I will be pronouncing her name, she gets the full version of her name in this drag, okay? When I heard that she was criticizing black women for dragging her, as if every race on the planet isn't currently dragging her.
Scams. We're on the topic of race. I'm not gonna lie, guys, the most hateful messages I've been seeing are coming from black women, and that's actually really surprising to me because I thought we were here to protect each other and lift each other's voices. So what's going on?
The audacity to say that when this is what your sisterhood looks like? Absolutely crazy. Also, a lot of Nigerian women have been talking about the fact that her situation could have gone like so left. That white man could have trafficked her. Like he could have trafficked her ass the minute she landed in Monaco. But of course, have smoke for black women because we're the ones who have really wronged you in all of this, right? Also, I'm gonna be like reading off my iPad. Sorry, that's just how I am. That's just how it's gonna be. Onyekachuku, first of all, you are a fake Nigerian and a fake Igbo woman. I see that you have a lot of smoke for the black people that have been dragging you all over the internet. And I feel like a decent number of those black people are Nigerians. Speaking as a Nigerian that is about to drag you right now, Onyekachuku, do you know why Nigerians are dragging you? Because you are embarrassing us. You should have smoke for the man that scammed you. Your Danish prince who you willingly agreed to be a cash cow for. Do you know who you should have smoke for? All your white besties who knew that that man was a shit and didn't tell you. That man sat with your friends at a table and he said that he had gone to the Olympics twice. And I know for a fact that half of your friends at that table, they were thinking, Anyeka, you dummy. Oh my god, where's the popcorn? This is gonna be good. One of the most important skills a woman should have is knowing whether her girlfriend actually likes her or not. And your besties, they're not fucking with you, girl. Because you're trying to tell me that you told them parts of this story and none of them were like, block him, change the locks, and move on. You're telling us that your friend saw you take this man's passport, which is, by the way, a crime. Your white bestie saw you do that, and she was like, you do you, girl. They didn't say, whoa, pump the brakes. That's why Nigerians are dragging you, because it's embarrassing watching you smile ear to ear, just reminiscing about this man. Like, are you narrating a cautionary tale, or are you trying to get this man back? Is this a cry for attention? You want your Danish prince back, don't you? You want him. You either have to be really dumb, because only a really dumb person could have fallen for this scam. Like, this man really did not try. This man was saying anything. I'm a prince. My family has ties to royalty. I went to the Olympics twice. I want to have a closer relationship with God. Oh, there's not $200,000 in the business account, honey.
There's $300,000. This man wasn't trying.
If you were 25, that would be adorable, but you're 32 now.
So that's just stupid.
In fact, Onyekachuku, I think I know what the foundation of your problem is. You have too much sense. You have too much sense. I too know over sabi. That's your problem. That is your problem. You thought that you knew more than what a quick Google search would have revealed. It's either that you're dumb or your self esteem was as low as your black self hatred and internalized racism was high. Onyekachuku, I also saw that you're following JD Vance and Candace Owens, and I'm not surprised. Like, to be a black conservative first generation Nigerian immigrant, you may actually be that dumb. Like, I'm not pulling any punches in this, okay? Usually I don't have smoke for women. This is the For Women's Rights and For Women's Wrongs show. I be defending women's wrongs. But the fact that she was like, the black people are just being really mean to me. Like, I don't understand. Like, honestly, that's why I have so many white friends, because they've always been nicer to me and they've never judged me for how I improperly pronounce my name. Onyeka. When she pronounced Neka, like Neka, it was over. It was over. She belonged to the whites. In my opinion, it is very clear to me that you stuck by this white man because you wanted to prove to your white besties that you're one of them. And because your white besties don't really care about you, none of them pulled you to the corner and said, yo, Onyeka, you know he's not an Olympian. Anyeka, you know this man is full of shit, right? None of them. None of them. You thought that this was your opportunity to be like one of your white besties. Oh my god, guys, twinsies. You have a white man, I have a white man. We're like sisters. Yay! You wanted that white man so you could be matching with your white besties. You wanted that man so bad that even after multiple huge red flags, gambling, spending your money on dumb stuff like $1,000 hotel room, dinners, drinks, from promising that he'd be the provider to turning you into the provider, you stuck by that white man's side to the point that he got tired of scamming you, that he had to move on. He left you and still you tried to get him back. Onyekachuku, this is you.
And I am telling you, I'm not going. You're the best man I've ever known.
Another reason why I think you stuck by this white man is because you really wanted your Meghan Markle fantasy, and a lot of people have touched on this. And because you exist in very white circles and you live in a very white bubble, you forgot that you were a black woman to the point that you forgot things like racism, colorism, and texturism exist. I don't think I'm going to be the first one to touch on this, but Onyekachuku, did you not know that you're too dark to join any effing royal family? Did your little white besties not tell you that? Meghan Markle is like 6 shades lighter than both of us. And when she was marrying Harry, the Ton, they were talking. They were like, oh my god, she's too dark. What will their children look like? White passing Meghan Markle. Most people thought she was white. Meghan Markle was too dark to join a royal family. The Ton were having conversations about how dark Meghan and Harry's kids would be, as if anybody, especially if Meghan and Harry had a nanny drop off their kids and pick up their kids from school. No one would think anything besides that those kids are whites. You thought with your 4C hair like mine and skin tone like mine that you was gonna join the royal family? You was gonna join a Danish royal family? You know, that would have been the first inclination that your ex was full of shit. Because, let me be honest with you, if he actually was part of the royal family. If you had actually met his royal family, sweetie, that would have been the first and last visit. They wouldn't even let you have a proper goodbye in person. Honey, if they were the real royal family, they would have sent you something in the post. And that letter would have said, unfortunately, we regret to inform you that you do not meet the standard of eugenics for this role. You do not meet the requirements. Please do not reapply. Love, the Danish royal family. No royal family would allow someone who wasn't white or white adjacent or white passing to join their family. I knew that at 16, 17, but here you are at 30 smiling from ear to ear thinking you're gonna have your Meghan Markle fantasy with your Olympian Danish prince.
You serious?
But again, I'm guessing that in your white circles with your white besties, that they don't have conversations about racism and texturism and colorism. You were marrying a man who was very comfortable with you paying for everything. Dinners, trips, drinks, bills.
Wondering if I can hit you for like a little 100 mil.
A little 100 mil.
And that's why I say, Onyeka, you are not an Igbo woman. You are embarrassing the Igbo women. Talking about business accounts and screenshots, like, girl, get out of my face. In fact, her parents are just like her. Her parents are just like her. When they're in the presence of a white man of Oyibo, they turn into mugus. They just lose some brain cells. Onyeka, you're really sitting on that couch on the phone with your mama saying, "Oh, mom, have you gotten the transfer yet? Oh, no, you haven't gotten the transfer of 10 grand? Oh, that's so weird. Babe, my mom hasn't gotten the $10,000. Isn't that weird? The date on the screenshot was saying the 9th, and now the date is saying the 12th. That's so weird." This man was having the time of his effing life. This man, he was living it up. He was living it up. He was just saying anything and everything was sticking to the wall. Cause you were down for the ride, girl. He was just saying anything. And you were believing it. Ah, Ekma, Ekma. Remember when she was trying to give us her best shocked Pikachu face when she was saying that her ex stole money from another Danish guy, like a large amount of money, and then the other Danish guy was telling her that he didn't feel comfortable confronting her about it because with her being Nigerian and all, he thought that she was in on the scam too. Oh my god, I didn't even understand the whole irony of the situation with me being a Nigerian getting scammed by a Danish prince. You are a Olodo blockheads, Onyekachuku. It is now that you are seeing the irony of the situation. Abi, the irony of the situation is seeing you. You want us to believe that you are a Nigerian and you didn't realize that you were in a Nigerian prince scam? Are you not embarrassed? Fake Nigerian, fake everything. And I can't forget when she brought that poor dog in one of the parts of her very, very, very long series, saying that she needed emotional support. And she was trying to conjure up some white tears. I was like, Onyeka Chukwu, how are you going to conjure up white tears when you're not white? How? How? How, Sway? And no, you are not like Risa Tisa. Risa Tisa was very accountable while she was narrating her whole story. Like, she was very much like, she would say something that looking back now, she's like, yeah, that was total BS. And she'd be like, yeah, I know, I know, I know. Yeah. She even said that the scam was so inefficient that there were points where she was lying to herself. She literally let herself just play along with the scam because she knew there was never going to be a home. They were never going to buy a home. And at least Legend was paying bills. Legend was paying bills. Onye Kachuku, a whole Igbo woman like you, paying for everything. Your ancestors are turning in their grave. Our Igbo daughter, paying for a man. Another reason why you're nothing like Risa Tisa is because you were just cheesing. That's what she said, right? You were just cheesing. Like, I can't forget the Olympic part. Like, what do you say? Oh, like, while we're having dinner with my friends, one of your close friends is talking to your ex, and they're like, wow, you just have a really, like, athletic build. Did you play sports? And then your ex is like, actually, I played a little volleyball, yeah. And someone's like, oh, isn't that an Olympic sport? That is not a logical conclusion. If someone tells me they play a sports, I don't know anyone that would just automatically jump to, oh, that's sports in the Olympics. Like, who are these friends? Who is this circle? Who what your man's like, actually I played a little volleyball, and somebody for no reason is like, isn't volleyball an Olympic sport? And he's like, actually, I went to the Olympics twice. Yeah, but it's not big of a deal. It's not a big of a deal. You know, I don't like to brag. I don't like to brag. I don't like to brag. I'm chill like that. I'm chill like that. And you're like, what? You went to the Olympics? Oh my god! But yeah, I was in the back of the back of the back. I got a gold. I got a bronze. It's chill. It's chill. We're chill. And like, oh my god, you went to the Olympics? Not only is this man rich, tall, drop dead gorgeous to some people, but he's humble too. How can they scam a 30-year-old Nigerian Igbo woman like this? Also, do you guys remember when, for absolutely no reason, she decides to recant the tale that her friend told her about possibly seeing her ex with a lady of the night? You see, what we're not gonna do is look down on a sex worker. Because guess what? If she was a sex worker, at least she's gonna get some money from that man. Onyeka, what money did he give you? Oh, that's right. You were out here sponsoring your white prince. In fact, you paid him to stay beside you. Plane tickets, groceries, bills. You essentially paid for his company. And I don't know about you, but I've never heard of a prince who needed sponsorship. A whole evil woman, and you moved this man into your house. And you were 5 inches away from putting his name on the deed of your house. He was eating your wallet when you were supposed to be eating his. Calling that sex worker a 1 out of 10, you really thought you ate with that one, huh? And if we really want to be petty about it, if that alleged sex worker is a 1 out of 10, what does that say about you? Because if this man was willing to pay a 1 out of 10 for her company, what does that make you, the woman who had to pay him for his company? Doesn't that make you a 0 out of 10? I mean, I just like to state for the record that I think you're absolutely gorgeous. You're beautiful. But I mean, I'm just trying to match your petty AF energy. Also, I'm just curious, but what race was this alleged sex worker? Because I have a feeling that had a part to play in your white bestie scoring her with a 1 out of 10. Because I have a feeling that that woman was black. But she just wasn't one of the good ones now, was she? She wasn't one of the good blacks. Not like you, Onyeka. Honestly, girl, you irritate me. Internalized racism, black self-hatred, misogyny, no accountability, and now you're hating on sex workers for absolutely no reason? You know who deserves some blame to all of this? Her parents. Apparently, your parents got married like after 2 weeks of dating. I was like, oh! But I wasn't surprised because maybe if your parents weren't too busy doing mwah, 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 doing kissy face, doing love play all around, all up and down the house, maybe they would have had time to give their children wisdom and common sense.
We pray that you bless this baby with your dick.
My parents are from Nigeria. They dated for 2 weeks and then they were engaged.
To me, when you see the right person, it just hits you. And it's...
And we've been married for 28 years.
Absolutely.
And very happy together. I'm a firm believer in when you know, you know. Colton, he has all the morals and all the characters I look for in a guy, and he's hot.
Hi, so I was being a little extra and I decided to do some digging because I wanted to see what Onyeka was like when she was on The Bachelor. And I came across this little article about Colton, who was the bachelor for her season. I would like to first say that I am happy that Colton is now living in his truth. However, how you gonna be on 3 heterosexual dating reality shows and then come out as gay? If he came out as bi or pansexual or fluid, that's okay because you can still be attracted to women when you're all these things. But coming out as gay? Coming out and saying that you're only attracted to men after you were on 3 heterosexual dating shows? Hang it up. Hang it up. Girl, this is a whole mess.
You still believed that his family had ties to royalty, even when you saw that very humble abode. Even when you didn't see a single member of the royal Danish family when your ex's dad died. Not a single member of the royal Danish family was at that funeral. I mean, maybe the queen couldn't have made it, maybe she was busy. But no single Danish royal family and press, because if there's a royal family, press is going to be there as well. No press. You still thought his family had ties to royalty when it was his mother's first time coming to America? You still thought his family had ties to royalty and he had to ask you for money instead of dipping in his royal inheritance? Traps. That is the only Nigerian thing I can detect, okay? With Nigerians, we like to have a good time. We love a good time. Bahamas, Panama, Monaco, Paris. This middle-aged white man told you that he needed to call his mommy to get a loan so both of you could go to Paris, and that didn't give you the ick? I'm not even Igbo, and I'm embarrassed, and I'm not even Igbo. That's not even my tribe. I hope we learned a little Nigerian words in this. I just have to state for the record, again, I would not have done this if she had just taken her L and just been like not very angry at black people, specifically black women. Anyway, I'm not going to tell you to like or subscribe. You'll do that if you want to. But if the spirit moves you, or if my witchcraft just happens to help, I'm glad you stayed and I hope to see you again.